Hello and welcome along to this introduction to my new video. Now in this video, what I originally planned to do was I was going to film this video, well I have filmed this video the other day with a view to release it on the end of the end of October for the month of November. And it is about what horror films out of this book I'm going to pick for the month of November. Because I think the last one that I had for October, people sort of liked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 10 out this month for the month of November. I picked 13 out for the month of October. Currently, I've still got quite a few to watch. Hopefully I'm going to get through them all. But I think the 20, I usually watch about 20. I think 10 is a more realistic thing, what I'm going to do. So I did pick out some good films. And I'm going to cobble together that video now. But I'm going to film this little introduction to sort of say that I'm putting this out a little bit early, but by the time you've probably seen it, it'll probably be more or less in November anyway. And I think it's going to be a busy end of the month for me. I've got a lot of things to do in the end of October, so I didn't want anything to crash together all in one go. And I want this to be out before November. So anyway, so that's a little bit of an introduction into the whole thing behind this. If you can see, if you're wondering what that is there, that's the remnants of my 5.1 surround sound home system thing that I used to have here, but it's now a sound bar over there. I found it a lot more tidier, and I must get around to filling that hole in there. Okay, so anyway, I will hand you back over to myself from a few days ago. I'm doing this old Doctor Who style, so take it away, me. Hello and welcome along to this new video. In this video I'm going to be picking some more horror films to watch for the month of November. Now I'm filming this on the 25th of October, and I've picked 13 films to watch, horror films to watch out of my book from the shelves. And I've watched 7 movies and I've got 6 left to do, so it's going to be a bit tight to try and fit them all in. So this month I'm going to do the same again, because I quite enjoyed doing that. I think that video had a good bit of response, using this as a catalyst to make me mind about what I'm going to watch horror-wise for next month in November. Now I'm going to pick 10 films out of this book this time round, because I think 13 might be stretching it a bit. I usually watch about 20 films a month, and I might struggle to get through them all. So rather than rushing them or trying to fit them in and not taking too much notice of them, I want to do 10 and see if 10's a better number to do for November. See how I'll go with that. So anyway, what I did last month was, as you might remember, I got this book, I flicked through it, went like that, and whatever I picked was what I watched. Last month I picked some really good titles actually, and the ones I've watched thus far I've really enjoyed. So I thought I'd do exactly the same again, see how I go for this time, and I might get some of these films watched that I might have not went towards, what's the word? Hey, it's funny how you can always blank on one word. I might have not have watched otherwise. There you go. I'm going to have to start reading a dictionary before I go to bed. Anyway, so okay, here we go. Hopefully I don't pick any that I picked last month. I'm just going to go very random with this. Girls' Night Out. I've never heard of it. It is from 1984, and it's got 2 stars. The tagline on it is, "It began as a game." Just found out here that George A. Romero, his middle name is Andrew. Splatter University. Now, I might have that one actually, now I come to think of it. It sounds like something that should be in the 88. Actually, there you go. Splatter University, number 4 in the Slasher Classic series. So that's number 1. Hostel. Now if you can remember, on my last video I picked Hostel, but I said I haven't got it. Now weirdly enough, not that day, but very close to that, I was in Poundland looking for mooching about, didn't find anything, but I found this on the shelves. It's a DVD, and it's £1,
and it's Hostel, Hostel 2 and Hatchet. Now I'm going to talk more about this in an end of the month haul. I've probably even talked about it, but it's something that I just wanted to get just to say I've got it. I can watch it. I know it's only DVD, but for £1 can't go wrong. So that's Hostel. Hell Night. Haven't got it, but I know I've seen that definitely. 2 stars. And it stars Linda Blair, of course it does. Pray for Day. Wow. So next up is, what was the front of the book this time? Cannibal Terror. Now, I've got that one. Yes, I've got it. There you are. Do I need to censor it? No, I don't. 88 films, lovely slip on that. And I tell you what, I've watched this when I got it, and I love this film. So that's a great pick, that. A Bay of Blood. 4 out of 5 stars. 1971. Mario Bava directed it, obviously. And the tagline on here, if it has one, is "Terror flows deep. You may not walk away from this one." And Bay of Blood is up here somewhere. There it is. It's in one of the white boxes. I don't know that much for sure, isn't it? Yes, it is. One of the good old Arrow white box editions. The Bay of Blood. Great film, this, really good. That's 4. Aftermath. I'm sure that's come out recently, that. 1994. 4 out of 5 stars. But I haven't got it. Santa Sangra. I've seen it, but I haven't got it. 4 out of 5 stars. Personally, I didn't really like it, if I'm honest. I love the cover of it. It was released in, I'm going to blank on it, because I know that the Evil Dead was released on the same, or the Evil Dead 2 was, the same company. Cabin Fever. Now, Cabin Fever has got 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars, and it is 2002, and it says Terror in the Flesh. Now, Cabin Fever is, if I can remember where it is, because I don't know if I put it into this lot yet. It might be mooching around over there. Is it? No, there it is. And weirdly enough, this is an Arrow film, but it's one of those Arrow films that's not really what you would class as an Arrow film, although it's on Arrow Films, but it's not the ones that you say this is a definite Arrow version. Well, it is an Arrow version, but Cabin Fever. Okay. My Bloody Valentine. 4 out of 5 stars. Released in 1981, and it is this Valentine's Day. Romance is dead. My Bloody Valentine, where are you? There we go. Sometimes I remember these because of the colour of the disc, or the colour of the spine, should I say. My Bloody Valentine, Region 1, I believe. Oh, it's Region 3, and it's released by, who is it released by? Is it Shout Factory? Or can't really see that one there. I think it says Maple. Anyway, yes, I do like that film. That's 6. 4 more. The Bogeyman. The Bogeyman has got 4 out of 5 stars, released in 1980. The most terrifying nightmare of childhood is about to return. I've seen that. Return. Bogeyman, where are you? Now, that's another 88 films slasher collection. I remember this had a really good print as well. Mardi Gras Massacre, haven't got it. I think it's still banned in there. I think you could get it on Shameless on the DVD, but I think it was still cut a little bit. But I would like to see it because it's one of those nasties that's evaded me up until now. Santa Sangre again. Sometimes I think I'm opening these pages have been very opened a lot. Pledge Night, haven't got it. 4 out of 5 stars, 1990. Brothers to the End, the very end. Frightmare again. I had that last month. Expose, I got that. I picked that one, but I didn't have it last month. The Toolbox Murders. Now this one here, it's got a lovely slip on it. I do like this film. I haven't seen the remake, although I know Toby Hooper did it. So I'm just gonna obviously I could have. Well, obviously it's saying from the book that would be the 1978. Yes. Bit by bit, he carved a nightmare. 8. 2 more left. Why is it when you count sometimes you go, instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who knows? Day of the Dead, I picked that one last time. Don't have it at the moment. Do want to get it back in the collection. But I'm holding out because I'm sure there's going to be a really good version of that coming out soon. It's just got to, with Dawn of the Dead coming out soon in November, it's got to be, they've got to do something with it. I can't imagine that's in too many rights issues, although these horror films always seem to be in rights issues, don't they? Night Train Murders. It's got 2 out of 5 stars, and it's 1975, and the tagline is most movies last less than 2 hours. This one is Everlasting Torment, and that is number 1 on the released from 88 Italian collection. It's got a really good print on there as well. I remember that. I do like the film, even though it's a bit brutal in places. Well, very brutal in places. So one more. Have to flip that one over. Don't answer the phone. Do I have that one? Back in a minute. Sure, I saw it over here. No, that's not. I was thinking of when a stranger calls, but it's Don't Answer the Phone. I don't have that one actually. So a load of these could be got out on 88s and Arrow. Oasis of the Zombies, one of the worst films you'll ever see in your life. I love it. I haven't got it. It's by Jess Franco, and it's absolute rubbish. It hasn't got a tagline even. Probably couldn't afford one. I think it was made on about 50 pence. One of them ones, you know. And the last one I'm going to have is Cat in the Brain, and that, otherwise known as Nightmare Concert. That is Lucio Fulci's one of his last films, or his later films, 1990. Probably one of his last good films, and it's 5 stars. Hasn't got no taglines on it, and it's the one I've got is here. Where is it? Oh, there it is. You could have 2 versions. You could have the one here, which is from where is it there? The 88 Films one, or that one, which is a region 3, I believe, from Grindhouse. Now this bit here glows in the dark, and so does the spine glow in the dark as well, which is really good. I'll probably end up watching this one. I think this one's the better one, although I think the transfers are just the same. So for me, I could watch any one of them, but I think this is the best version. They've got the soundtrack on here as well, which is great to get the soundtrack on. 3-disc deluxe edition, 2 Blu-rays and 1 CD. Excellent. Okay, so there you go. So that's my 10 movies that I'm going to be watching this in November, and horror films, should I say. And I think that the book sometimes opens up in the same places all the time, unfortunately. But there's me, I think you can see one of them in there. I'll just hold that like that. And I'll just, no spoilers. So I do that there. There's the old thumbnail. So yes, so that's what I'm going to be watching in the month of November, horror-wise. I'm not going to be doing them, I'm going to be watching other films, obviously, but I think if I was to go to do 13, in fact 10 might be a little bit harder a stretch, but I'd like to keep this up for every month, actually, until I kind of run out of films. That may take a bit of doing. So thanks for watching, I appreciate you sticking around, and I'll see you in the next video. You take care.